Hello, Mysteries About True History's fans. Welcome to Riddles, Puzzles, and Problems, where I and Murgatroyd invite you, the listener, to solve a series of brain-teasing riddles, puzzles, and problems. We begin with a riddle. I am a survey done every decade to tally changes in the population made. I record other details, but nothing to dent us. I am the data known as the blank. What could the answer be? Let's break down the riddle to find out together. I am a survey done every decade. In this instance, a survey could mean examining or recording the features of an area of land, or investigating the experience of a group of people by asking them questions. Whichever kind of survey it is done every decade, or once every 10 years. To tally changes in the population made. Aha! It must be the kind of survey where you ask questions. I record other details, but nothing to dent us. The questions must be simple because they're not dense or overly complex. Of course, they added a little style and said, dent us. Perhaps for poetic effect? Or maybe it's a clue. I am the data known as the blank. The data known as the blank? Oh, I see. The answer to the riddle is the final word of the riddle. That's ridiculous. Or shall I say, ridiculous? According to the rhyme scheme, the answer to the riddle must rhyme with dents us. Potential problem solvers. What kind of general question survey done every 10 years rhymes with dents us? Did you say census? If so, good job. For today's adventure, we need to stop the trolls from falsifying an 11th century census of Norman England known as the Doomsday Book. This census was taken by William the Conqueror in 1085 and completed in 1086. It recorded the number of landowners, the types of land owned, and the number of buildings and animals in over 13,000 villages, as well as details about local customs and the oldest surviving census in Europe. The Doomsday Book provided an invaluable amount of data for historians, which is exactly why the trolls want to tear it to shreds. I knew the trolls were up to something when the Doomsday Book disappeared from the UK National Archives. My research showed that the survey had been completed, but the text was lost or forgotten. That's how I found myself stuck at a river crossing in 1086 England. On the other side of the river was an inn where I was to meet a fellow problem solver with intel on the Doomsday Book. But to get across, I had to help a farmer with a very peculiar puzzle. The farmer had a wolf, a goat, and some cabbages he needed to deliver to the market. In his boat, there was only room for the farmer and one of the animals or cabbages. The problem is, if he takes the cabbage across and leaves the wolf and the goat together, the wolf would eat the goat. And if he took the wolf and left the goat and cabbages together, the goat would eat the cabbages. The farmer said if I could help him solve this riddle and get each item across the river safely, he would ferry me over. Hey, Mysteries About True History fans, especially all the families and adults listening. I'm super excited to introduce a new sponsor that's developed an amazingly fun way to get the whole family moving and playing right at home. It's called Next Playground. Next Playground connects families through active play while providing safe, fun, physical activity anyone can enjoy, whether you're 3 years old or in your 90s. With an AI-powered camera, Next Playground detects your movement without the need for any controllers or wearables. And with safe, age-appropriate games designed with kids and families in mind, Next Playground is the perfect way for families to bond in games for up to 4 players at a time. Easy to set up, simple to use. And with the wide variety of game content, including Peppa Pig, Sesame Street, Fruit Ninja, Barbie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Kung Fu Panda, and more, you'll never run out of fun ways to play. To learn more about Next Playground, visit the website, nextplayground.com. That's NEX playground.com. Next Playground is available for purchase on Amazon or find it at Target or Best Buy. This holiday season, get Next Playground. Play that moves you. Potential problem solvers. Knowing the wolf would eat the goat and the goat would eat the cabbages, which item or animal would you take across the river first? Did you say goat? Right! That's because the wolf doesn't eat cabbages. Okay, so now the goat is on one shore and the wolf and the cabbages are on the other. Which item or animal should he take across next? If you said wolf, that's correct. But if you said the cabbages, that's also correct. But wait, how can the farmer leave the second item on the other side of the river, since the wolf will eat the goat and the goat will eat the cabbages? But if the farmer were to drop off either the wolf or cabbages and then take the goat back across the river with him, that would work. He could then drop the goat back where he started and grab either the wolf or cabbages and bring them over to the other side. Then, on his final trip, he can go back and grab the goat. And that's how I suggested he get all 3 across safely. Oh, and then he has one more trip to make, picking me up and bringing me across the river for helping him solve his puzzle. Okay. The intel I received was that the trolls had falsified records in the Doomsday Book. If allowed to remain, they could question the accuracy of the entire survey and leave the Doomsday Book in the dustbin of history. Fortunately, my contact had the correct pages. Unfortunately, we didn't know the bound page numbers, only the folio page numbers. But wait, what's a folio? A folio is a book where the sheets of paper are folded in half to make 4 pages, then stacked and bound to create a book. For instance, in a folio with 4 sheets, the first sheet would have pages 1 and 16 on the front and 2 and 15 on the back. The second sheet would have pages 3 and 14 on the front and 4 and 13 on the back, with the numbers increasing or decreasing by 2 until the final sheet. Stack and fold the sheets down the middle and you have a book with the correct page order. The folio sheets for the Doomsday Book were numbered 24, 36, 105, and 120. Luckily for us, all we had to do is figure out the first page of each. Then we know where to put the sheets to be rebound. Potential problem solvers. Starting with page 1. If the first page of each following sheet in a folio increases by 2, for example, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc., how could we quickly figure out where to put the corrected Doomsday pages? This one's a little tricky, but the answer is to multiply the sheet number by 2, then subtract 1. For example, for page 1, we multiply 1 times 2 minus 1, and we get what? 1 times 2 is 1, minus 1 equals 1. Now we just need to apply this formula to our folio numbers. 24, 36, 105, and 120. Okay, 24 times 2 equals what? 48. Minus 1 equals 47. 36 times 2 equals 72. Minus 1 equals 71. 105 times 2 equals 210. Minus 1 equals 209. And finally, 120 times 2 equals 240. Minus 1 equals 239. And those are our numbers. Just like that, the Trollio Folio is foiled. Great job, potential problem solvers! So, how'd you do, potential problem solvers? Don't worry if it was a challenge. It's supposed to be. Just go back and listen again and keep trying till you get it. And don't worry, there will be plenty more opportunities to prove you have what it takes to be a problem solver too. I'll be back next Tuesday with another episode of Riddles, Puzzles, and Problems. And be sure to join Max and Molly for another episode of Mysteries About True Histories every Thursday. See you soon.